What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So I got my dude, my favorite fighter at 154, Jermell Charlo, in the news, man. So Jermell Charlo has been receiving backlash from Tim Tszyu and his little recent newfound fans, basically saying that Jermell Charlo is trying to avoid Tim Tszyu. Now, I'm definitely here to put a stop to all that, and anybody that wants to get on and debate about it, we definitely can. All right, first and foremost, I don't feel like Jermell Charlo has not ducked any fighter, and he's continued to show that he's not ducked any fighter. All right, if Jermell Charlo, let's not forget, Jermell Charlo has all 4 belts. All right, he has 3 mandatories lined up, bro. Some dude that we don't know. He got the Sebastian Fundora dude and the Tim Tszyu dude, right? The first person this man opted to fight was Tim Tszyu, right? He could have fought the IBF man. Was the IBF or the one? It's one of them mandatories. Not the WBC mandatory, but it's some dude that nobody knows. I can't even think of where he's from. But it's a dude that nobody knows, bro. If Jermell Charlo was running from Tim Tszyu, Jermell Charlo could have just upped to take that fight. He did not have to take the Tim Tszyu fight first, regardless of what you guys think. Yes, Tim Tszyu was a mandatory, but again, Charlo has all 4 belts. Charlo could have picked any one of the mandatories to fight, but he's going after Tim Tszyu first, all right? Now, unfortunately, there was an injury, all right? Injuries happen, all right? But it postponed the fight. Now, Jermell Charlo has always stated that he's looking to fight Tim Tszyu by the end of the summer. But apparently recent news come out, Tim Tszyu saying he's pushing the fight back to August or September. He's already stated that the end of the summer, that's when he plans to fight Tim Tszyu. That's when he'll be back. Last time that I checked, rest in peace, Nip. Last time that I checked, September is the end of summer. Like, come on, bro, but let's get into it, man. So, shout out to Boxing Scene again. Y'all know, I mean, come on, bro. Boxing Scene is my favorite source. Y'all should know this by now. But it says, Tim Tszyu plans to fight by June, says Charlo fight delayed to August, September. According to top junior middleweight Tim Tszyu, there's a further delay in his mandatory fight with undisputed world champion Jermell Charlo. Tszyu saw action last month when he picked up a 9th round knockout over former world champion Tony Harrison. He was initially scheduled to face Charlo, but their fight was delayed when the champion sustained a hand injury in training. Their bout was going to land on a date in July, but now it appears to be heading to a date in fall, as Charlo is apparently still dealing with the injury. Because of the injury situation, Tim Tszyu continued to stay busy with the fight by early June, and the fight with Charlo would take place at the end of August or early September. Oh, for sure, I'm frustrated. The bloke hasn't fought in 12 months. How long can you keep postponing the fight? Tim Tszyu explained to Nick Walshaw of Fox Sport. I'm not sure how bad his injury is, but the medical reports say that he should be healed. All I can do is focus on myself. I think he understands that this isn't an easy fight for him, and so he wants to be 100%, 120% ready. I think before he was taking me lightly, saying how he was gonna beat me with one hand, that he was ready to fight with one hand. Now he knows though, so he's taking his time. He wants to try to postpone it for as long as he can. Somebody that is going to give me a challenge. I want to keep improving and having the attitude of fear no one, fight anyone. For me, the main factor is growth, staying active, getting another style in front of me, being able to adapt to anyone. So those are the words of Tim Tszyu. He's frustrated because the fight is being pushed to the end of August, early September. But again, that is what Jermell Charlo has said. Jermell Charlo said that on the night of his fight. So I mean, but it's okay. I got, I got the proof to show it. So, I got receipts. I like having receipts. So here we go. All right, so we heard Tim Tszyu's side, right? Now, you guys, like I just said before, I love the receipts. I love to have things to further prove what I said. So if you guys don't want to take my word that Jermell Charlo has been consistent with saying he plans on fighting Tim Tszyu by the end of the summer, he said possibly July, possibly August. It could be the end of the summer. It depends on his healing process, bro. He's still working to heal his hand. But hear from the lion's mouth. Hear from the lion's mouth himself.
But I'll be back.
When do you think you and Tim Tszyu will get it on?
About the end of the summer or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully beginning of middle of next year, in the summer. No, sorry, not next year. Why I say that? The middle of this year.
Got it.
Sometime. It could be August, it could be July.
Yeah.
It could be whenever, but.
Again, I understand what you guys like to do. You guys, first of all, the guys that's complaining, y'all don't hold the same standards. You guys, if this was your favorite fighter, we already know you guys would be making, oh no, he's not ducking, no. Nah, I know what you're doing, bro, but don't worry, I'm here to smash all that. And again, I welcome anybody that wants to debate about it. Anybody can come on live and we can put up some money for it. All right, but furthermore, let's reach more down. Let's hit Jermell's side some more, a little bit more, okay? Oh, and by the way, before I read into more of what Jermell's side is saying, by the way, that interview that you just heard with Jermell, yeah, that was the same night that Tim Tszyu fought Tony Harrison. So, it's not like he just switched it up, but that was the same night. Just wanted to throw that out there. Hey, so shout out to BoxingScene.com. It says Jermell Charlo offers positive injury update. Looks to fight Tim Tszyu by the end of the summer. Again, so I don't understand why Tim Tszyu is acting like this is a surprise because Mel has been saying this, but it says this was published March 21st. Okay, so it says Jermell Charlo still hasn't been able to hit the heavy bag, but he is confident his injured hand, once recovered, will be sturdier than ever. The undisputed junior middleweight champion from Houston, Texas, offered an encouraging assessment of his broken hand, which required him to swaddle in a cast for nearly 2 months. The injury, which occurred December, led the postponement of the scheduled fight with mandatory challenger Tim Tszyu on January 28th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Instead of waiting for Charlo, Tim Tszyu pivoted to a fight with Tony Harrison, whom he wound up stopping in 9 rounds earlier this month at the Quatos Bank Arena in Tim Tszyu's hometown of Sydney, Australia. Harrison defeated Charlo controversially in their title match 2008, but also got knocked out. I really, and to this day, bro, and I'm not saying that just because I'm a Charlo fan, bro. I urge anybody to go back and watch that fight. I had Charlo winning that fight 8-4. I don't know how Charlo lost that fight, how they gave that fight to Tony Harrison, but we all know what happened in the rematch. Actually, one of the biggest build-ups in recent history. I love that. The build-up, the fight, everything was exciting. Charlo, who said he broke his hand during a sparring session, said he plans to be patient during his rehab process so that the same issue for his hand does not crop up later on, especially during a fight. The hand is going well, Charlo told Brian Custer at the Last Stand podcast. I just been doing everything I can with rehab. I haven't been able to train. I have not punched yet. When you break 2 bones in one hand, it takes a lot to recover. The hand is real delicate. These are my money makers. This is gonna be a start. It's gonna be stronger than what it was before. I'm doing a lot of exercise and work to make sure I'm stable. I don't want to get in there and shatter my hand during the fight or place myself in a position where I gotta have another issue. I was in the cast for about 6 to 7 weeks. Charlo continued. I remember going back and they put me back in the cast, but finally I was able to get out of the cast doing rehab, putting the weight back on. Still to this very day taking time out. I'm working. I got some time, but I'll be back. Asked when he thinks of a fight with Tim Tszyu will materialize, Charlo suggested either July or August. By the end of the summer or something, said Charlo. Hopefully the middle of this year. It could be August, it could be July, it could be whenever. So that's Charlo's side that he stated. So I don't know why Tim Tszyu is acting like he's surprised about this, because Charlo been stated that it was gonna be like the end of the summer. All right, so again, Jermell Charlo is not ducking Tim Tszyu. I promise you, anybody that wants to put money on the fight, when the fight happens, I'm all up for it at 100 at least. I got Jermell Charlo because I see it's nothing, man. I want that fight so bad. Tim Tszyu brings nothing to the table that any of us are afraid of, bro. I got Mel beating Tim Tszyu. If you want to put up money, go ahead and hit me up. We'll make that happen, all right? Let me know what you guys think about the fight possibly coming up later this year. Like, comment, subscribe. Lions only all day. But what do I know?